Content presented in Cheshire Corners is for educational and informational purposes only. Please consult a legal professional if you have any questions or concerns about the content of this disclaimer, this series, or the legal implications surrounding psychedelic substances in your jurisdiction.
And now, let's get to the opening ceremony with Andrea Valeska. Is Andrea here? Andrea? So you can read Andrea's bio.
Andrea Valeska opens Collaborence 2025, guiding participants in reclaiming personal power, healing, and connection to ancestral wisdom. A descendant of the Mapuche people and founder of Love Heals LLC, Andrea weaves Indigenous traditions and modern consciousness work to inspire heart-led, sustainable ways of being. In this opening prayer, Andrea Valeska will guide participants into a heart-centered space of reverence, grounding, and connection, honoring the land and the Indigenous traditions that hold it sacred. She will invite us to remember our roots, reclaim our authentic power, and be open to the wisdom of the ancestors. Through this invocation, Andrea creates a sacred container for the gathering, reminding us of our responsibility to walk with humility, reciprocity, and love.
And she's going to lead us in a beautiful opening ceremony. So let's welcome Andrea Valeska. Thank you.
Good day, everybody. Thank you for your patience. There? Okay. I appreciate your patience. Right there? Yeah. Good day, everybody. My name is Andrea Valeska. I appreciate your patience. And this is also a reminder, right, that Mother Nature moves slow, usually doesn't rush. And we as an Indigenous people do respect that, right? And we are somehow used to a world that moves very fast, so I appreciate your patience. And we do have light up a fire with copal if you feel called to just smash yourself. You can do it following your intuition, whatever the fire will guide you toward. We are also preparing a little vessel with water because we are right by the water and we are at a place called Riverside, right? So to honoring the water, and by having the fire and the water, we are honoring the masculine and the feminine and the inner balance within us all. So you're welcome to, whenever the water is ready, to also bless yourself with that water. The water will have a few herbs and a little bit of agua florida for cleansing. Today is a really important day, actually, because it's the beginning of the Mayan Moon New Year, so it's a really powerful day, and there is no coincidence in life. So I'm grateful to be here today and to do a little prayer, and to honor the ancestor of this land. I'm originally from Chile. My lineage is the Mapuche, but I have learned from many natives tradition that I have been welcome, and one of them is the Arapaho People who welcomed me into this land in 2018. And before we honor them, I do want to share a little bit of one of the prayers and calling that I received while sitting in ceremony in Wyoming with Arapaho people. And as you may know, that this land is land where the Arapaho people used to live, and there was a massacre that they were pushed away from this land, right, out of their will. And they were separated, and some of them were pushed into Oklahoma, and the other ones pushed into Wyoming, where the two reservations now live, the Northern Arapaho and the Southern Arapaho. This land also was the home of the Cheyenne, who also don't have a reservation in Colorado, and the Ute, who are the only one who actually have a reservation, but is in west south of Colorado. So in this area, which is really powerful land, the land is speak. And there is not a coincidence that here is where decriminalized Denver happened with the decriminalization of psilocybin mushrooms. And I was one of the 4 people who initiated that in 2018. And we never knew what it will happen. We didn't estimate the ripple effect that created not only in Colorado, but also throughout the whole beloved planet, right? It created a huge change. And today, many years after, we're here, right? And we're talking about legalization and many other things that are happening at a very, very fast pace. This is why I wanted to make the acknowledgement that nature moves slow. And that sometimes that's a reminder within this movement as well to move slow and to connect with Mother Nature and to honor where these medicines come from, right? And honor those who have stewarded this medicine, and not from a place of taking, but from a place of honoring, from a place of nourishing, right? And from a place of giving and receiving, right? Usually we have living in a society where the pace is to take, and we have forgetting how to give. This is why we have the fire and the water today, because it's both, right? There is no one without the other. And both are within ourselves as well, as we are fractal of Mother Nature ourselves, and we carry the elements within ourselves. We carry the wind with our breath, with our mind, with our voice. We carry the water with our blood, with our DNA, the memories that our ancestors have passed down through us. And if you are in this field and you feel called to work with these medicines and really feel called for healing and the healing of the planet and be of service for others, it must be that your ancestors are guiding you on that as well. So to honor the water within you. And then the fire, right? The fire is our spirit. We are all spiritual beings having a human experience. And that fire lives within all of us. It's that ignite that we all have within us, which is also the power of our heart. And these medicines remind us of that, of get out of the mind and come back to the heart so we can lead from a place of truth, which is love, which is authenticity, which is joy, which is the heart. And then we have the body, which is the element of earth, which is our vessel, where our soul lives, right? We are blessed to have a body to experience life here on earth. Without the body, life wouldn't be possible. So to honor our body as well and to honor the 4 elements that live within us all. And by doing so, you may all know that trauma is stored in the body, right? And these medicines help us not only to heal from the mind, the soul, and the spirit, but also from a somatic place from the body, which these medicines are so needed right now because humanity have walked too far away from the elements, walked too far away from the connection with nature. And this is why the medicines have become widely known throughout the whole planet. And many movements like these ones are happening as we speak, right? There are many movements happening. There is a journey for humanity to heal. There is a journey for humanity to come back to our roots, which is our connection to Mother Earth. And I appreciate you all for having the call, to answering the call of being a vessel of healing. Trauma separates, but healings unite. And these medicines are really powerful medicines. And they are no man-made. They are nature-made, right? They were created by created energy by Mother Nature. So may we all remember that connection. When we all remember, who knows, from here to 5 years, right? All that had happened since 2018 to now, 2025, has been a very fast move. It has been a very accelerated calling somehow. And one of the things that we as Indigenous people have asked in the state of Colorado is to slow down a little bit, to really do this right. Because we only have one shot. And this is not only for the healing of us, but it's also the future generations. Right now, tomorrow we have a full moon, and right now we are in the moon of the grandmother who remind us of the impact of our life, but not only for us, but also for the 7 generations after us. So I invite you also to remember that, right? That what you're doing today, yes, you're perhaps doing it for you, perhaps doing it for your clients, or for whoever you are working with, but also this is creating an impact for the future generations that they're coming, that you may not even see, that you don't even meet in this lifetime, right? So also as a calling and as a remembering that the resources of Mother Nature's are precious. So to work with this medicine in a right relationship, to work with this medicine and not only take but also give back, to create reciprocity, to receive the calling and answer the calling of reparation with the indigenous people, especially those people who were kicked out from their land and they're not even here. I'm not even from this land and I have a mic in my hand right now. They should be here, right? And that happens because of colonialization and the patriarchy. So how these medicines remind all of us to come back to the heart and to live from a place of love, from a place of unity, from a place of reparation and re-indigenization more than the decolonization. We are all indigenous from somewhere. All of your ancestors came from somewhere, and all of your ancestors were connected to earth. So we all have this in our lineage, in our blood. So I invite you to reconnect with your own lineages, with your own ancestors, and to ask them for guidance, to do this in the right way, to do this in the right relationship, to do this from a place of love, from a place of healing, from a place of reparation, and also thinking of the future generations, to really think what world are we living for them, right? These medicines are here right now. Well, they have been here always, but they are mainstream right now because this is connected to the survival of the human species. We have seen technology growing in the past 10 years in a way that we haven't ever seen. Many of your ancestors, perhaps your grandparents and grandparents, were the one who didn't even have electricity back then. And now we are seeing a huge amount of acceleration within technology. So these medicines remind us of our connection with nature and balance it out to the huge acceleration that is happening with technology. These medicines are also growing parallel to this to remind us of that connection with nature, that we are nature, that we are fractal of nature. And to remember this, and however way that you feel called to work with this medicine, and however way you feel called to advocate for these medicines, or to create awareness of these medicines, right? And to do that rooted in your own lineages, rooted in your own ancestors who also work with the earth. You may not remember, and it may have happened a long time ago, but that doesn't mean that it's not there. It is still there, so we are all native from somewhere. I learned from an elder from the Hunikui tribe from the Amazon who said a few years ago, like, if there is someone in this planet that doesn't have indigenous root, it's not from this planet. So we all have indigenous root from somewhere. So to remember that it may be controversial conversation, there may be some appropriation happening, to come back to the heart, to remember that those who create separations are leading from a place of trauma, and not from to judge, not to point with the finger, but instead to offer compassion, and to remember that we all deserve healing, right? Everybody deserves healing, and to also in this path where these medicines are becoming so mainstream, and somehow the access is becoming, or is, for the lack of a better word, the access is becoming a privilege. And to remember that healing is for everybody, that healing shouldn't be a privilege. The healing, we all deserve healing. That we all, that's my phone, that we all deserve healing, and that's a confirmation. And to remember that these medicines reconnect us back to our body, back to our mind, to our breath, to our our DNA and to the heart, to the inner fire, and to pray to the medicines, talk to the medicines in whatever form that you are consecrating them, you are working with them, you are becoming a vessel of them, whatever way they have chose you to work with them, because they are living entities, they are living ancient entities who have a spirit, who are very alive. They may not have the 5 senses or 6 senses that we have as a human experience in this life, but that doesn't mean that they are not alive. Same as our Mother Earth, right? It's constantly moving, it's constantly living and breathing, and we are experiencing the co-creation of the new earth. This time has been spoken by many traditions for many years, and the time is now where the new earth is being co-created. And in this new earth, these medicines are part of it, because it's a reminder to come back to the heart, to continue leading from the heart in this new earth, where the new children that are being born now, they are very special children. They're very different. They come with many gifts, and many of us are being trained to also steward or to raise children who are super connected to not only this planet, but also to the whole, to creator energy, to the universe, however you want to call it, right? To great spirit. And that this medicine connect us with that, right? It reminds us that we are part of that whole, that we are not separate from it. And because of it, everybody deserves healing, right? It's not just for a few, it's not just a privilege, it's for everybody. And the medicine will call those who are meant to work with it, and they're meant to sit with it and consecrate with it in their divine timing, in their right timing. Everything happens when it's supposed to happen. So to remind us of respecting those timing and to move with consciousness and awareness that these medicines are ancient beings, and they're here to guide us, not to be owned by us, but instead to work with them with deep reverence, because they are way older than we are, and they're here because they want to help us. So it's not the other way around, that we may think that our human brain, right, the ego may think that we are doing this for the medicines. That's naive to even think of, right? As one of the person who initiated the Green Light Movement in 2018, I said this to the group that somehow was selected to plant the little seed here in Colorado. This is never about us. It is about the land. It is about Mother Nature. And also this land is asking for that healing. It's asking for that reparation. It's asking to bring their people back. I don't know if you had the opportunity or the opportunity to connect with the reservations and to see how the conditions that they were pushed toward we can do better. We can do better, and somehow we have a privilege to live here, to have a whole food, natural grocer, all of these beautiful organic opportunity, farmer markets, right? Like we have access to so much that they don't, and we are in their land. So how can we in this path not only work with these medicines in a sacred way and in a reverence way, but also to be conscious of what kind of reparation you're being called to lead or to do or to be part of, what kind of initiative perhaps you have the privilege to use your voice, to use your position, to use your education, to use your certifications, whatever it is that you have been granted in this life, right? That you have worked for it. How can you use that for the better good, not only you and the ones around you, but also for the land and the people of this land. So with that, I wanted to honor the ancestor of this land, and I'm gonna get the drum to invite you all to stand up and to honor the land and the ancestor of this land. Thank you. Let's just take a deep breath. One more time, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Last time, and this time when you exhale, please do it with sound. Thank you. With that, we can offer your breath, your prana, your force of life, to say thank you to this land, to say thank you for providing you a place to live, shelter, food, to provide with everything that you need to live in this land, and to say thank you to this land, and to say thank you to the ancestor of this land. So by honoring the ancestor of this land and by honoring the opportunity that we have to gather in the name of these sacred medicines, I want to open to honor the directions. Do we know where the is? This is, yes, that way. So we honor the element of the fire and the direction of the east, where the sun rises every day, reminding us that it's always new beginning, that we always have an opportunity to start again. It's also reminding us of the future generations that they're coming. It reminds us of the fire that we have within us all. So we honor the direction of the east. To the south, so clockwise. We honor the direction of the south, the element of earth, to remind us and to remember us that, to remember within us that our body is sacred, that Mother Earth is sacred, that the land is sacred, that the soil is sacred, and that the more diverse the soil is, the stronger it becomes. So to remember that we all play a part, no matter where we come from, no matter what the color of our skin is, to remember that we all play a part and that we are all part of Mother Nature. So to be guidance in reverence, to do the right things, to move in respect and honoring of all of the medicine and everything that Mother Nature gives us. So we say thank you, and we invoke of the direction of the south. To the west. Say thank you to the direction of the west, the element of water, where the sun sets every day and reminds us of what we have accomplished and our path, and also remind us of the beauty and the power of the darkness, the beauty and the power of the night, the beauty and the power of the water, our emotions, and also as women to remember our connection with the womb, and to remember that we are all come from the womb. May all remember and honor our mother, and for our emotions to move and to continue moving like water, so the emotions continue their flow, wherever they need to go, whatever they want to go, so they help us cleanse and they help us renew, and to honor also the shadows, to honor the darkness, that is where we find the light, to don't fear, but instead welcome it in a way that is guiding us toward the light. So we say thank you and honor the direction of the west. To the north. We honor and say thank you to the energy of the north, to the direction of the north, to the direction of those who have come before us and those who have lit the path for us, and the element of the wind, for our minds to be clear, for our thoughts to be based on love, for our thoughts to be rooted in love and truth, to speak from a place of truth, to speak from a place of love, to remember the power of our voice, the power of our mind. We ask to the element of the wind to be present here today and to guide us, to speak with truth, to use the power that we have in our voice and the privilege of having a voice that others may not have, to use it in a way that is good for not just us, but also for the better good of all, especially for those who don't have a voice, especially for those who are repressing their voice and repressing their decision making. So we ask and honor the direction of the North to guide us today. Come back to the center. If you feel called to touch Mother Earth, we honor the energy of the inner earth. We honor the energy of the soil, the energy of the center of our beloved mother, to remember that everything comes from her, to honor the energy of our ancestors that are beneath, that they have crossed already, and that they're nurturing our soil and that they are guiding us every step of the way. Even if you didn't meet your ancestor, may you know that they're always guiding you. May always remember to be rooted back to the center of the earth, so we walk a rooted life, especially in this path with these sacred medicines, to remember that we're doing this not just for us, but also for the future generations. So we honor the energy of beneath, the energy of inner earth, to guide, to root us, and to say thank you for all of these medicines that grow from this beautiful soil. And above, you can put your hands up. We honor and say thank you and invite of the energy of above, the energy of the unseen world. That not because it's unseen doesn't mean that it's not there. It's very real. It's very present, and it's guiding us all in this path of the co-creation of the new earth. We say thank you to each one of your higher self, each one of your spirit team, all of your spirit guides that are working with you, that walk with you, and that walk in this path with you. Say thank you for the guidance. Say thank you for always guiding you through in your true north. Say thank you for showing you the truth. Say thank you for guiding you toward your purpose, and make your purpose something that benefits not just you, but benefits everyone and all of that surrounds you. And even if you don't know those who are benefiting from it, may you express that, may you share what you're doing also for everyone around this beloved planet. So thank you to our spirit guide, thank you to your higher self, thank you to the unseen forces that are guiding us. May they continue guiding us. May all of us always follow our intuition and trust the energy of above. I invite you to close your eyes and to put your left hand in your heart and then your right hand on top of the left. So we honor the seven energy, the seven direction, which is our heart, which is our self, which is the portal that connects us with all, which is the alignment of the lower energies and the higher energies that become and unite in the center. May all remember that we lead from the heart. May all remember our inner child that lives within the heart, that resides within the heart. May remember the innocence and the joy of the inner child that wants to live with us and lead us in truth, in authenticity, in love. May you say thank you for yourself for saying yes to this path. May you say thank you to yourself for following your heart, for following your purpose and saying yes to your passion, saying yes to your purpose, saying yes to your own divine gifts. So we say thank you to the portal of the heart and the energy of the heart. May always be guided by the energy of the heart. May we always be leading from the energy of the heart. So thank you to the 7 direction. Keep your eyes closed. We say thank you and honor to the ancestor of this land, the Arapaho people, the Ute people, the Cheyenne, and many other tribes who have crossed and walked to this land, who have put their step into this land, who have gathered in ceremony for many, 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 many years, because we are very privileged and very lucky to be in a land that is a portal. This land in Boulder County is a sacred land. May we remember and may we honor this sacred land and everything we do. We say thank you to the ancestor of this land. We say thank you for choosing us to be here today. We say thank you for trusting us to be here today. We say thank you for gathering in these lands, for all of the prayers that this land has listened to and has responded to. And may we all be rooted in awareness and consciousness that we are walking in sacred land. May not be taken for granted the opportunity that we have to be in these sacred lands, to remember that this place is a vortex and what we do here replicates throughout the whole planet. So may we move with consciousness, may we move with love, may we move with truth, and may we also allow ourselves to be joyful. So this land also heal, and these lands remember the joy, remember the laugh of the native children who were pushed away or didn't even make it out of the land. So may we honor this land, and may we also remember the pain of this land. May we also remember the history of this land so it may not be repeated. So may we create something different where all children get to be children, where all children feel safe, where all children feel the love and the companionship of their parents, where all the families maintain and keep them together, where they can gather together so the families continue walking together. And may we honor all of those souls who didn't make it. May we honor and say thank you to the souls who reside on this land, who didn't make it. Thank you for trusting us to be here today. Thank you for the opportunity to be reconnecting to Mother Nature and this powerful medicine. May we always be guided in light and love so we can do what we are meant to do here in the right way, in the right relationship. May this land rejoice in love and healing as it deserves. And may we all be part of that. Take a deep breath. Thank you very much. Thank you. If anybody feel called to, thank you, first of all. Thank you to, sorry, got the mic off. To honor the fire and the water with the little fire that is on, and thank you. Thank you. Erin has it, so thank you very much. Bye.